Excuse me, but you can, excuse me, sir.
Oh, ma'am, you're blocking my shot.
I know, but not behind the counter, sir.
Ma'am, do I have to get my other phone out? Ma'am, that's really rude. I'm trying to get the shots there.
No, and
Ma'am,
that's public space where you're at.
ma'am, that's unnecessary.
No, what you're doing is unnecessary.
Ma'am, that's not necessary.
Actually, my attorney supervisor is not in the office.
Okay, so and just to clarify, I'm gonna get out of your hair. I don't want to be here all day, and I'm sure you got work to do before the day ends. Are you refusing to identify just for transparency purposes?
Okay, you are coming in here. How can I assist you?
Well, I'm just asking you a simple question. If you're willing to identify properly.
Are you willing to identify yourself properly?
Well, I'm not required to, ma'am. I don't work for you.
Okay, well, I work for the public.
Yeah, and I'm the public, ma'am.
Oh, no, he's still here. He's still here.
All units respond. Be advised, suspect is armed and considered extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution. Backup is en route. Suspect is in custody.
Welcome back. You're here today with your boy, Anthony X. And today I'm over in Santa Clara County, where I'll be checking out the probation department as well as the public defender's office. However, before we get into it, show a little love and support by smashing that like button or gently tap it, whatever's best for you. Leave a comment, let me know where you're watching from, and no bootlicking. Let's do this.
We're gonna go check it out. Hopefully they don't give us any issues. We'll find out though, guys. See, we're right near the park. Got a little bus depot area over there. The guy that was leaving, walking around, he did get on his phone as he was leaving. For assistance. Just to get a couple shots.
Hi, sir. How can I help you?
Hold on 1 second. Make sure there's nothing confidential over there.
Excuse me, but you can, excuse me, sir.
Oh, ma'am, you're blocking my shot.
I know, but not behind the counter, sir.
Ma'am, do I have to get my other phone out? Ma'am, that's really rude. I'm trying to get the shots there.
No, and
Ma'am,
that's public space where you're at.
ma'am, that's unnecessary.
No, what you're doing is unnecessary.
Ma'am, that's not necessary.
You're in a public place. You can tape all you want out there.
And that's what I'm doing, ma'am. I'm not going behind there.
Okay, but you do not need to tape inside.
I'm not going to go inside there, ma'am.
There's personal information on this side that is protected.
So keep it protected, ma'am.
So it is protected. I am keeping it protected.
Why do you have the computer screen facing outward?
No, my computer's facing straight to the window.
So what's the issue, ma'am? Why do you have the blind down? That's not very nice.
No, you are not.
I'm going to be honest with you, ma'am. I'm not feeling very welcomed.
I'm sorry you're not feeling welcome, but you are not to be taped behind this wall.
We were off to a good start. Ma'am, could you lift it up just a little bit?
I know. We can communicate. What is it that I can help you with?
I don't want to talk through a blind.
Well, you have an option. You can also call us.
No, I get it. I appreciate that. I just. Oh wait, let me get your name tag there on your waist. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you have a business card by any chance?
Yes, we do.
For you personally?
No, I don't.
Could you write your name and position on a card for me?
No, I will not.
You don't work for the public, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
It's public record under California transparency laws.
Yes, I am, and I will give you the name.
I'd like your name because I'm going to pull up your record, ma'am, and it's public record.
It is public record.
Are you going to deny me my public record?
I'm gonna give you a name.
I
of
want
this
to pull,
attorney.
so I'd like to do a public records request then with you. You have to take it for me.
This is my attorney, my supervising
Ma'am,
attorney.
I'd like to, could I speak to your supervisor, or if you could take my public records request? Are you willing to take it? If you just say you're not gonna take it then that's grounds for a lawsuit. So I just need to verbally say you're not gonna help me. Are you not gonna take my
Let me
public?
get an attorney.
Are you gonna take my public records?
Give me a moment, I'll be right with you.
Thank you, ma'am. I just want her name so I can pull up her salary and position, guys. Is that ma'am?
Yes? So unfortunately, my attorney supervisor is not in the office.
Okay, so and just to clarify, I'm gonna get out of your hair. I don't want to be here all day, and I'm sure you got work to do before the day ends. Are you refusing to identify just for transparency purposes?
Okay, you are coming in here. How can I assist you?
Well, I'm just asking you a simple question. If you're willing to identify properly.
Are you willing to identify yourself properly?
Well, I'm not required to, ma'am. I don't work for you.
Okay, well, I work for the public.
Yeah, and I'm the
defender's
public,
office.
ma'am.
And I gave you a card.
Yeah, but the card doesn't have your information under salary
right.
transparency laws.
Okay, well, you can go ahead and file whatever.
So I'd like to give you a public records request, and then you guys have 10 days to get back to me. Can you get a pen and paper, please?
You can go ahead.
Ma'am, by law, you're required to take it, and then you put it up to, you don't have to personally give me the information, but you have to take the request. At being a public defender, you know, in law, I'm sure you're aware of that, right?
I'm a legal clerk, okay? So I do not have.
But you have an obligation to take the request. It's California law, ma'am.
Okay, well, you can call that number right there.
So you're not gonna take my request?
No, I'm not taking any requests.
So I'm gonna have to file a complaint then. I need to file a complaint on you.
You go right ahead and do what you need to do, sir.
So you're not gonna help me?
I'm here to provide a service.
But I'm trying to get service, and you're refusing.
Okay, I will provide service for you. What's your PFN number? Who's your public defender?
Ma'am, that's not the service I inquire right now.
Then I'm sorry, that's a service that I can't provide to you.
Ma'am, you're supposed to take the public records, and I'm not saying, I get it, you're a clerk, and it's not your job to fulfill the public records, but you are required to take it, and then you pass it on to your supervisor, and they pass it on to whoever they need to pass it on to, and then you guys have 10 days to respond, whether you're gonna give me the information or not. But under the California Records Act, you guys have to take this. It's a law, ma'am.
Okay, well, you can file that in our San Jose office.
No, ma'am, that's not how it works. Can you imagine if someone who is disabled or doesn't have a way to get over there, they wouldn't be able to get records because you're saying they have to go from Morgan Hill to San Jose?
Sir?
That's not how it works. Ma'am, I'm not asking you to fulfill it. If you don't want to give me your name and identify properly and cordially and respectfully, I can't, ma'am, let me finish.
I do not know who you are.
Ma'am, I can't force you to identify. Obviously, I'm not going to force you
I will
to.
not provide you, so no, I will not provide
But
you my
ma'am,
name.
I get it, and I'm not forcing you to, and you already told me that. However, I would like you to take my public records, which by law you're required to take it.
Let me call an attorney.
Thank you, I'd appreciate it. I just want you to take the record and I'll be gone, ma'am.
No, let me get an attorney here.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Provide you my information. Yeah, he left. Oh, no, he's still here. He's still here.
I thought you were getting me help.
I am. I'm on the phone, sir.
Can you just tell me I just want to give you a public records? Ma'am.
So one of the attorneys is on the way over here.
All right, I appreciate your help.
Okay,
Or should I say I appreciate you not helping me? I don't know which way I should go on this one.
go ahead and take a seat.
You've been very nice, ma'am, and cordial, and I do appreciate your tone, just to let you know. I just want to get your information, ma'am. That's it.
So please take a seat.
I'm not looking for your social security or your home address. I'm just looking for your public information, like your name and your position here.
Okay, take a seat.
I can't pull up your salary if I don't have that information.
They're on their way.
But you see what I'm saying? Like, how can I pull up your information if you don't give me that information?
What you're saying, sir, so please take a seat.
When you work for the public, it's all public record, ma'am.
Okay? I've called the appropriate person, okay?
Are they in the area? Or are they like coming from their house, like their day off, or are they just like in another part of the building?
They're on their way, sir.
Well, I mean, like from another part of the building or another part of town.
That I do not know.
Because I'll probably just walk around for a little bit, and if I see someone show up that looks like an attorney, I'll come back. Or if you just, ma'am, I mean, how about this? How about you just take the record request? I'm not saying you have to give it to me, but you just take it and submit it, ma'am.
Somebody, I called my supervisor. They are on their way. You can take a seat and wait for them. They are on their way.
Are you going to keep the blinds down the whole time?
Yes, I am. It's 4 o'clock and I am closed.
Oh, you're closed?
Yes.
What time does this office close?
It's on the outside of the door, sir.
You can't just answer my question, so I don't have to go outside?
8 to 4 o'clock.
Okay, I'm going to go outside then if you're closed, and I'll come back next week then. How about that?
How about you wait for this person because I already called them?
Well, no, I'll wait for them. I just don't want you to say I'm trespassing if you guys are already closed. Do I have your permission to stay here then until they get here?
You know,
I'm just asking you a simple question. Do I have your permission to stay here until they get here?
you can wait for them outside if you like.
All right, I'll wait for them outside because I don't want to get in trouble, man. I'm trying to, be nice and cordial, and I know you're here to help the people. That's why I'm trying to be nice with you, but you don't want to give me the assistance I need. All right, you have a wonderful day. I'll be back next week too if I don't see him. I'll wait for a few minutes though. All right, guys, so we tried to get the public information that we needed. They do close technically at 4 o'clock. It is a little after 4. She is locking the door.
I already called for the appropriate person to come and talk to you. They're on their way. They should be here within 15 minutes.
Okay.
You're welcome to wait outside. We are closed.
Ma'am, I'm outside. I'm not trying to come in.
I'm just answering your question, sir.
No, you're not answering. I didn't ask you any questions right now. I was just recording and you walked up to me.
What are you doing right now?
I'm recording.
You videotape my badge.
I'm recording you.
I know you're recording me.
I'll double check later. I have my glasses on, so if I got a good look at your badge, I won't need the public records. But I'm not sure if I...
Right to come in here and take a picture of my badge.
Of course I do. And not your badge, ma'am. It's just your information.
No, you do not.
Of course I do. It's public record. That's what badges are for. They're meant to be seen. When you have your orientation at HR, don't they ask you to wear it on the outside?
Sir.
Do they ask you to wear it on your hip or on your chest? Ma'am, I was just trying to be nice and get some public records, but you don't want to help me.
An attorney is on the way.
Yeah, but you could walk away at any time. I didn't ask you for help right now.
Closed, sir.
And I'm not trying to get in.
And what is your problem?
I don't have an issue, ma'am, other than you not helping me.
Outside, we are closed. An attorney is on their way. I have already called the appropriate.
Ma'am, doesn't it seem like I'm being very nice? I even asked you if you want me to wait outside since you're closed. I don't want to block the door. She's trying to get out. It does say 4 o'clock up there. All right, guys, there you have it. She says an attorney's on the way. We'll find out, guys. I didn't even ask her to come back to the door, and she came back and started speaking with me. So that was kind of interesting. We'll give it about 10 or 15 minutes. She said someone's on the way, like a supervisor. We'll see if we can do a public records. And then go from there, guys. Stay tuned. Not much going on here, guys. Let's ring the the bell and see if we can get a business card. Hello, can I get a business card for this department? Perfect. And could you guys both write your names and positions on there for me? For my record, please.
No, I'm not gonna write anything.
Was that?
Nope.
It's public record, ma'am. You work for the people, don't you? So under California transparency laws, you're required to give me that information. Otherwise, I got to file a complaint and then a public records, and I'll still get it. So why not just shine? So you're refusing to identify? Refusing to identify, guys. There you have it. Your job properly. Unreal, guys. That's the kind of service you get here in Morgan Hill. Let's see if we can, how do we file a complaint? I don't think they're gonna come back. Do you have a supervisor available?
No, there's nobody here.
So just to clarify, I'm gonna take off. I don't wanna give you guys a hard time or be here all day. I'm sure you got work to do. So just to clarify for the record, for transparency purposes, you as a public employee are refusing to identify?
Yes.
All right, got it. So that, that is a violation right there. So she works for the people, guys, and she does not want to identify properly. We'll find out who she is. We'll find out, guys. I can't force her, and I'm not going to just stick around here. I want to go see if that attorney shows up, or supervising attorney. We got the business card. We'll do a little research, and we'll figure this out, guys. That's a shame that they don't want to submit they don't want to, identify properly. When you work for the people, guys, it's important for transparency purposes. To monitor your government. It's important to know how much they're making. It's important that they treat you well. Just because I have a camera, I shouldn't be discriminated against. That's just me, though. What do I know, right? They got the windows over there open, but they are closed. Yeah, I can't see anything. We do have some new vehicles here, though. Maybe they'll come out. Maybe they're inside speaking to them or something. Who knows? We got that gate opening over there. If you guys remember last time I audited over here with AVA, there was one of the deputies parking her personal vehicle in that little, kind of like a outdoor concealed area with a giant wall, and her registration was probably like 3 or 4 years old. I don't remember exactly, but I wonder why she didn't park out here. Probably because of how old it was. So this is probation, I believe. Let's go check. Let me just make sure I got this right here. Yeah, probation. She actually came by and she was very nice and she said hi to me, so good job, good job. There you have it. We hit up these 3 public locations. We hit up the district attorney's office, public defender, and the probation. Out of the 3, I'm definitely going to give the probation a thumbs up, even though there wasn't much interaction, obviously almost none. And I accidentally stopped recording, but when I was in the probation lobby, looking through the window and, had my camera going and everything, one of the staff there just looked at me and said hello, and then went and sat down at her desk and didn't bother me. Public defender's office, I'm neutral, guys. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? I mean, she wasn't bad. She was just a little nervous. Probably didn't know how to handle this situation. However, she refused to identify. And then after I went out, just to be nice, because she said they were closed at 4 o'clock, she came back like it's my fault that I'm recording. I'm like, I'm not trying to get back in. I'm just recording. And then the district attorney's office, although they were nice, they did not want to identify either, guys. Under California transparency laws, how can I get their information, the basic information like their salary or position, if they're not willing to identify? Same thing with this one. She wasn't even willing to take a public records. And I get it. She was confused. She said she called up a supervisor. It might be one of these vehicles. I'd have to go back and check my footage. But I didn't see any. And the bottom line is, how hard would it be to simply take those records? I'm not saying she has to personally, give them to me, but she can at least submit them. So yeah, I'm going to give this, like I said, pass, fail. If you guys think differently, though, or you agree with me, let me know either way. Morgan Hill, California, out of here, guys. Peace.